the worst. But yours looks really good.
Thank you. So many people thought I got a nose ring for season 2, and I'm like, no, I've had this since I was 1. I would just take it out every time and put like a plastic plug, foundation over it, and then put it. Davey has a nose ring now. Very glad.
Did you like push to get that written in, or did it just happen?
I feel like stories about me struggling in the makeup trailer after work, after like long 14-hour day, might have circulated. So, and it makes sense why Davey didn't have a nose ring in season 1. Mindy said it made Davey look too cool. You know,
That's fair. That's fair.
Look cool, and I was like, okay, that's fair. That checks.
But I do love those little bits of representation, like my Mongol sutra that I'm wearing, and I wrote about this in my letter as well. Like, so many people have shouted out that they love that I wear this, because it's, for those who don't know, this is what a traditional Indian bride wears when she gets married. It's like a Hindu or Indian version of a wedding ring, and it's also just a really beautiful necklace, so it's nice. But people, that kind of representation does really matter to people, just like seeing themselves in those little ways.
Or like the attention to detail that Salvador Perez, shout out to the costume designer, Never Have I Ever, for Ganesh Puja. He worked with my mom and I to make it a half sari that Davey wears rather than a full sari. I still, to this day, as Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, I've never worn a sari. I only wear half saris.
Wow.
My mom's whole thing is you have to be like a woman, and I'm like, okay, like 19, and she's like, no, a woman, and I'm like,
okay. I mean, I think I wore a sari for the first time in college, so maybe next couple years you'll get there.
Yeah, next couple years, but with the
there's no rush.
On to any functions in a hot minute. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've been to a function.
Somebody just asked if you sing.
If I sing, I do sing. I do. I actually started taking vocal lessons properly now, which is really fun.
Oh, amazing.
I do love to sing, and people have said like, oh my god, then Davey should sing. Davey doesn't sing. Davey does not have the ability to sing. But Maitreyi definitely does. I love singing so much. I've been singing Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish all day. It's definitely sparked my inner rage, you know?
Yeah, that's so good. Another good question we had in comment is, what advice would you give to people who want to start out their acting career?
Biggest advice I'd say is don't compare yourself to others, because if you start doing that, you're going to put yourself into such a hole. Like, if you're going to compare yourself to me, you're already going to mess yourself up. Because my opportunity came from Twitter, okay? It came from an open casting call that came out through Twitter. And reality is, that's not how it happens for everyone. And especially in the creative field, whether maybe you want to get into music, it's always a different path for everyone. So don't shoot yourself in the foot by starting to compare yourself when you see other people, quote-unquote, succeeding, and you're quote-unquote not. You are. Just give it your own time and like trust the process. Harder, easier said than done, harder to actually do, but trust me on this.
Yeah. Great advice. You're welcome. She said, thank you for mentioning my question. You're welcome. And that's great advice, honestly, at any age also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up. I have 2 quick questions that are coming from me personally.
Oh, rapid. Oh, boom, boom.
We talk. Well, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not a rapid fire question.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to talk about like
nervous.
The nuances of South Asian representation, which again we talk about in the cover story, which is great, and just the wide diaspora and breadth of identities that we have. Like, yes, you are South Asian, but you have also talked about how your background is specifically Tamil Canadian. Yep. So why is that important to you?
It's important to me because I am born and raised in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, literally in this neighborhood that I'm calling you from. You know, that is the country that I have known. And my parents came as immigrants over, and this is the home that I've known. But my culture is being Tamil, which I'm super proud of. That is an identity that I am so proud of and I'm happy about. And to me, being Tamil is far more than just knowing the language, far more than knowing how to do Bharatanatyam. It is far more than those, check box things. It is knowing maybe your history. It is maybe just appreciating the food, And I'm very proud to be Tamil, and that's why I always say Tamil is my culture, but Canada is my home. And yeah, that's how I identify. That's how I want to live my life and live my purpose. No one can tell me I'm any bit less Tamil. They can try. I've had people try,
Yeah.
but you're not going to convince me otherwise. It's just, okay, cool, live your best life. I'm just as Tamil as you are.
Like, why would they even try? What's the point?
Dude, because it's probably honestly their own insecurities coming out of feeling the need to prove themselves, right? Reality is when you're living this like dual life of being a second generation in the Western world, it's hard to figure out who you are. So maybe to the person who has taken the time to do Bharatanatyam, to learn Tamil, to read and write, to know how to cook padapu and all this, they are doing it because they want to prove something to themselves, which is totally valid, but you don't need to impose that on others. You know, they're trying to find themselves in this crazy world. So when people tell me that, a little bit of is like a little bit of like a like you know get out of my face.
Yeah.
But try to lead with empathy and figure out where are they coming from. Why are they actually saying that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wise. You're so wise.
Dude, I'm 19
I,
and driving. Yeah, no, I'm just 19 and I'm dumb. I just say shit.
no, no, not at all. That's why, I mean, just one of the many reasons why I'm so impressed with you. This is what we'll end on because we talked about this on set and I love it. I know you're a big Harry Potter fan, which I am as well. So, favorite Harry Potter character or book? Go.
Hermione Granger and Deathly Hollows.
Great
Yeah.
choices. Great choices.
Hermione
What did
Granger.
you think of the movie?
The movie? Mm. But the book is so good,
The
though.
book is so good. The book is so good.
Harry Potter was the reason why I started reading, and I would like reread it because I was very picky as a reader. But whenever I get asked, like, when is the first time you saw yourself on screen? I can't tell you someone that looked like me that I was like, yeah, I really like identify with this person. But then I say Emma Watson's Hermione Granger because that was like who I was as a student. Like
Yep.
that overachieving, trying to always like do it all, take all the courses. I literally graduated high school. I could have technically graduated high school a whole semester earlier, but I stayed and did 4 more courses for what?
Okay, that is real Hermione vibes right there.
I did it for what? I don't know. We'll never know. But I
I
could have
love it.
high school early because I took summer school all throughout. And I had piano credits that counted as high school credits from like just knowing piano. Yeah. Hermione. Woo.
Love it. Do you have a dream co-star? Could it be Emma? Could it be Daniel Radcliffe? Anybody from those movies or not?
Dude, I would so be down to have them as co-stars one day. Daniel Radcliffe is so cool. I just saw the video you posted of him on your story.
Oh my God. I have not been watching Miracle Workers, but I'm going to start.
I have never heard of that show, and now I'm going to start based off that clip of Daniel Radcliffe.
Yes.
It was amazing. It was
For
amazing.
those of you, yeah, those of you who don't know, go to my Instagram story. Daniel Radcliffe did like this crazy strip dance, hilarious. Oh, you just have to see it. We can't describe it.
It's so good. It's like so great. It's just I can't even put it into words.
Thank you, Maitreyi. Thank you so much for everything and spending so much time with us. Any final words for our audience to sign off today?
Wow. To everyone in the comments, thank you for like listening to me as I loaf on my couch. Much appreciated. But also like thank you for supporting the show and just, being such champions of it. Really, we can only do this because of you guys, and I'm so thankful that I get to be able to do it. And thank you for also just supporting me and being the best fans ever. Y'all are the real homies and besties that I could ask for. So thank you. And thank you, Varsha, for like talking to me. Honestly, the first like 5 minutes, I realized, oh wait, there's like thousands of people watching us. I'm not just talking to Varsha.
Yeah, but they're loving it. They're loving it. They've stayed with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Tweet at Netflix again about renewing season 3. Never Have I Ever. We all need it. We want it. We love it. And I hope that we'll be talking to you soon.
Likewise. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.